I say a very good morning to you. Once you listen to this sick tune, you already know that you're listening to Honor on a Wednesday morning. Anytime you get to listen to this sick tune, the only thing that comes to your mind is the front burner. It's about time we need to tell the truth and nothing but the truth. And of course, to look at pressing issues as far as this country is concerned. Let me say good morning to you from the bottom of my heart. I say good morning. Good morning to Cousin. Good morning to Engineer K. They are working with me this morning. And of course, I would like to say good morning to you wherever you're tuned into Honor 103.5 FM this Wednesday morning. I must quickly say, our country, Nigeria, is our most beloved country, and we love our country. I will do everything to make it still sail afloat. This country just can't sink, can it? But then, we're here only to make sure that you at home, at work, or in your car get to understand what's going on, why we need to solve whatever it is that is going on. We look at the causes, and trust me, we always say the way it is so that they can be make changes, or possibly some things has to be eradicated completely. At exactly 5 minutes past 10 on this beautiful Wednesday morning, we say welcome to the front burner. The front burner is a program designed to look strictly into Nigeria, and of course, we try to do a lot to make sure that everything is done the way it should be done. My name is Lekon Omoshebi. That's my name, Lekon Omoshebi. And of course, I have two of my analysts with me. Both of them are always here Wednesdays, but then we have more than two on Saturdays. But then on Wednesdays, these two gentlemen will do anything possible just to be on the show to make sure that they speak their mind on whatever topic we're bringing to the front burner on Honor 103.5 FM this Wednesday morning. I would like to say a very fantastic, awesome morning to Honorable Olaoye. Honorable Olaoye, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing fine, Lekon. I'm doing really fine. Thank you, the listener. Good morning to you, and thank you for listening to us.
On Saturday, you left out on the show. Where did you go to?
Yeah, because
no, you thought I forgot.
Yes, I have a very pressing issue. So
and I'm sure it has to do with money.
Money and life. Money is life.
All right. We would like to say a very good morning to a very good friend of mine, Mr. Ofino. How you doing, my brother?
Good morning to you, Mr. Lekon Omoshebi, and to everyone listening to this live broadcast all around the world.
Okay, we're going to be very serious, and we're going to take things very seriously. If you are listening to us on any device at all, via your phone, your transistor radio, in your car, whatever means you're listening to the show, we'll say thank you. And of course, you can get to watch us live on YouTube, Facebook, and of course, hey, all you need to do is search for Honor 103.5 FM, and you'll get to see the studios and see the analysts here, including myself. And one more thing, yes, we would like to let you know that you're the third analyst. I have two with me. Two of them are in front of me, seated in front of me in the studios. But then, you will be the third analyst no matter which topic we discuss this morning. Again, we say, welcome to the front burner. The last time we had this show was on Saturday, exactly 9 a.m. on Saturday. But then we're having a fresh edition today at about 8.5 minutes past 10. We will allow you to be part of the show. We'll open the phone lines as early as we can this time around. We're trying to solve that problem, and we have solved it. We're going to open the phone lines very early so that you can be part of the topic we're discussing this beautiful Wednesday morning. A lot have happened as far as Nigeria is concerned. A lot has happened as far as Oyo State is concerned. A lot has happened even in the south, the southwest, everywhere, the north. But we won't be able to discuss everything, can we? But we're going to be bringing to the front burner the ones that are very, very important to you. Let's quickly go to Abuja. From Abuja, there's a lot of places we'll still visit. definitely I must tell you that we need to go to Ondo State, we need to go to Edo State, and then we need to come. We are in Oyo State. Definitely, we will definitely talk a lot about Oyo. But at this time, let's go to Abuja, the capital territory of the federal government, of the federation itself. It's shocking, I must quickly say. But then let's start this way, gentlemen. Honorable Laoye, Mr. Ofino. For 2 weeks, we've been talking about the minors that were arrested and put in prison because of the protest and bad governance protest. And then it came to limelight to the entire world that these minors were actually just about 12, 13, 10, 11. The oldest among them was practically like 14 or 15. And they were being held for treason. Now Mr. President saw that this is an embarrassment to this country, and Mr. President had to step into it. Well, that's all history. But what we're talking about this morning is as simple, and it's so shocking again. The Inspector General of Police eventually has seen how embarrassing it is to the Nigerian police force on what happened. To clear his face and to clear his name, remember the PPRO Muyiwa himself had come out to say that if you are 7-year-old, you can even stand in front of a judge. He said it. But the IGP yesterday had come out to say, that's Kayode Egbetokun, just yesterday. He said, and I quote, he has clarified that the minors pardoned by President Tinubu were arrested for vandalism, not for protesting. When I read it like 1,000 times for me to understand what's going on. Okay, fine, they are now arrested for protesting. They are now arrested for treason, which the judge himself said they were being arrested and they're being tried for treason. Honorable Olaoye, where do you stand in this?
Yeah,
that's from the IGP.
Yeah, we are progressing. I would say, because the common Nigerian doesn't know much about law, and those who are in charge of law doesn't even know what they can be able to do. We acted as if we are ignorant of what love is all about. And like you said, the police are trying to save their faces because of the embarrassment the minor pose to their integrity. And they have to look for a way. When you see all the protesters, a lot of them went on vandalism. When you are talking about vandalism, it's something that the court can grant you a kind of bail depending on what you do. But when you are talking about treason, it's going to be, sentenced to death or life imprisonment. So they are trying to save their faces. And I know these kind of things will never happen in the history of Nigeria. It's a thing for them to learn. And I expected some end to roll, if possible.
Now you are talking.
If possible, that is the norms. That is the way it's supposed to be. But I doubt it if the president is not going to give them that kind of amnesty for them to learn. If something like that happens,
Mr. Ofino, IGP himself is supposed to tell us the real thing that is going on, and Ms. PPRO came out to say that, look, yes, it's for treason. Even if you're 7-year-old, you can stand in front of a judge. And remember, the federal government had a lawyer representing the federal government on the day these minors were presented in court. Now IGP came out yesterday to say no. They were not arrested for protesting, no. They were arrested for vandalism. Which one do we believe?
Probably the Inspector General of Police is under pressure to change the narrative.
Remember, the IGP, his boss is the president, and if Mr. President
to change the narrative.
Okay.
There is one thing you must know about the duty of a police officer: to maintain law and order. Nigeria is not a lawless country. We have seen a situation in Africa where teenagers were being employed and recruited as child soldiers, and they portend a risk to the life and property of the people. We have also seen a situation in which teenagers became suicide bombers.
Yes.
Posing a threat.
Very true.
To the peace and security of the country.
Very true.
Now the first narrative was this: they hoisted the Russian flag,
Yes.
which was a violation of the sovereignty of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
But remember, those kids are just
But
about
because of
remember, those kids were just about 10 years old, 11. They don't really
no, let me
know.
give an example. A child of 1 year that killed his father, what has he committed?
What I'm saying is, a 10-year-old boy. All right, somebody, you're a politician. You have all the money. You give them the flag. You give them just 1,000 naira to go and buy sweet. They don't know what's going on. Remember, they're even these kids. You see it in the
You
face
say
like
they don't know what is going on.
They honestly, they don't.
Did you just say they don't know what is going on?
A 10-year-old boy,
I
you
disagree
put
with you,
wait
sir.
a minute. You put a flag into a 10-year-old boy's hand.
Yes, I think, Mr. Fino.
Would you
Let me
know?
explain.
Would you
I
know
will
what that?
explain something.
You are a graduate of a university. I'm a graduate of a university. We know
Definitely.
what it is. They are not even in primary school.
13 years old.
We're talking about the nothing.
How do you
kids. We're
prove
talking
that?
about the nothing.
No, how do we prove that they are not in primary
Did
school?
you see those kids on the video?
I saw them.
You saw
Do
them.
we not have impoverished kids also in the southwest?
Okay. All right.
What I'm trying to explain is this. Probably IGP was under pressure to change the narrative. There is one thing we must understand. No one is above the law.
Okay.
If a young boy decides to kill his father or his mother, that child is bound to be charged to court.
No.
When he's going to the court, he'll be charged to a juvenile court. When he's now 18 years of age, that is when he's going to face the music.
Yes, I agree.
That is what the law says.
So
but here now,
what would you say about the IGP now saying that okay, vandalism not actually for protest?
what I have to say on this is this. Probably the IGP is under pressure by the forces that be to change the narrative. Is it not Nigeria?
So you say anything goes?
Anything goes in this country.
All right. Once you said anything
That is the
goes,
nature of the
what
job.
we'll do now, since you have said anything goes, let's go commercial. We will go commercial since anything goes. When we come back, Engineer Honorable Olaoye, and of course Mr. Ofino will definitely come back, and then we'll continue with this show, The Front Burner, on Honor 103.5 FM. All right, Engineer K, let's do commercial, and then we'll be back.
On 103.5 FM.
Are you ready to walk with purpose? Walk with pride. It's time for Walk with Honor 2.0. Mark your calendars, December 7th, 2024. Join thousands of participants as we take to the streets in a celebration of fitness, unity, and community spirit. Whether you're walking for health, for fun, or for the love of honor, this is your event. Together, we'll make strides toward a healthier and stronger tomorrow. Don't miss the chance to be part of something bigger. Invite your friends, family, and colleagues. Lace up your sneakers and let's walk together with honor. Remember, December 7th, 2024. Walk with Honor 2.0. Stay tuned to Honor 103.5 FM for updates. Let's make this walk unforgettable.
Do you need a reliable and super fast unlimited internet for your business and home use? If yes, iWorld Networks is your solution with our uptime affordable internet via fixed broadband. No data caps and throttling. You can enjoy your distance learning, business meetings, and family time with our reliable internet. With 24/7 proactive customer support and 99.8% uptime. We also provide connectivity for offices, schools, financial services, hotels, government, etc. Chat with us on www.iwn.ng. iWorld Networks, we've got you covered. Sign up and get connected today.
Nigeria, something big is here. Are you scared of acquiring landed properties due to lack of trust and authenticity? Do you have to wait endlessly to get your red copy survey after every property purchase? Worry no more, because You Fit Homes is here to do things differently while providing solutions to housing challenges in Nigeria, with properties in Abuja, Lagos, Port Harcourt, Ilorin, and now Ibadan. You Fit Homes is here to make you a property owner. Get 50% launch discount off the actual price on our Ibadan property, located 10 minutes to the train station at Ido and 10 minutes to Monia train station. We won't just issue you a CFO. You also get a red copy survey right after you buy from us. Visit our head office at Block 8, Plot 15, 7 Up Road, Oluyole Main Estate, or call 0812-020-0803 for more inquiries. You Fit Homes, a home for all.
Once you enter Ibadan to enjoy yourself and have a swell time in a swell place with sweet sensation, just go straight to Matchfort Courtyard Hotel and Suites. Matchfort Courtyard Hotel and Suites offers you A+ hospitality in a fantastic environment. Check out the rooms: Standard Deluxe, Super Deluxe, Executive Deluxe, Junior Suites, Executive Suites, Presidential Suites. Superb rooms like Royal Palace, constant air conditioning with switch aroma and plasma TV all over the place. Executive VIP lounge and full bar. 247 power supply with relay of generator. Lovely swimming pools for young and old. Complimentary breakfast. Airport shuttle and car hire services. First class recreation facilities. Gym and spa. Nourish your body with local and intercontinental cuisine. Sunday buffet 11:30 to 4 p.m. every Sunday. Matchfort Courtyard Hotel and Suites welcomes you at number 2 Emi Adejumo Close off UCH Second Gate opposite Bottles Republic Lounge, Agodi GRA Ibadan, your state. Telephone 091-1001-6995 and 091-3552-4814. www.matchfortcourtyard.com.
Ẹgbẹ́ Abroad Association of Nigerian Broadcasters Atobi Afe Alamilaka Gbọ̀rẹ̀gẹ̀jigẹ̀ pẹ̀ka káàkiri orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Alhaji Abdulrasaq Abdulgani GRA láàrin ẹgbẹ́ wa. Báyìí a máa ṣèkójáde àwọn olóyè ẹgbẹ́. Inauguration of the National Executive Council, Board of Trustees and Council of Elders. A máa ṣàwọn bàbá ẹgbẹ́ wa lọ́ṣọ̀ọ́. A tún máa ṣe fàmì ẹ̀yẹ dánilọ́lá. Bẹ́ẹ̀ la máa ṣí aṣọ lórí kíkọ́ ilé ẹgbẹ́ wa. National Secretariat ìpàdé di name of 21 Event Center Ring Road Ìbàdàn lọ́jọ́ Sunday November 17 ọdún yìí 2024. Àlejò wa pàtàkì ni His Excellency Engineer Ṣèyí Mákindé, gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Life patron wa Engineer Jubril Dọ̀tun Sanusi. Àtàwọn lókọ̀lókọ̀ tọ̀kọ̀ olùjàǹkànjàǹkàn tó máa wà níbẹ̀. Tó fi máwọn lẹ́ẹ̀kan tó máa gbàmì ẹ̀yẹ lọ́jọ́ yẹn. Àwọn olórin tí ó kọrin lòlù fún wájú ni Alhaji Musiliu Haruna Ìṣọ̀lá, Alhaji Rashidi Ayinde, Fẹ́mi Sola, Ìdòwú Santana àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Aṣọ àǹkárá tá a mú ni físà láti wọlé 5,000 naira péré lọ́pàá mẹ́rin. Ó ti wà nílé iṣẹ́ rédíò tẹ́tí ń gbọ́ wa yìí àti lọ́fíìsì president wa tó wà ládojúkọ Premier FM Ìbàdàn. Aago 12 ọ̀sán la máa bẹ̀rẹ̀. A ó máa retí yín o. Abroad voice of reason.
On the 103.5 FM.
Again, we'll say good morning to you. You're listening to Honor 103.5 FM, broadcasting live from Bodija. We'll say thank you. Good morning. You're listening to The Front Burner. My name is Lekon Omoshebi. We just try to trash out the issues on the minors on what the Inspector General of Police had said. Anyway, we're going to move away from that. Remember, you're going to be part of the show this morning. You're a third analyst. I've got two analysts with me in the studio, but you're the third. So we really can't wait to hear from you on any of the topics we're bringing to the front burner this morning. Let's discuss this issue that's been in my mind. Mr. President, and of course, his executive council have decided to do something that is amazing to Nigerians. It depends on the angle you're looking at it. Well, the truth is, Mr. President, and of course, the Executive Council have decided to spend 5 billion naira to renovate the Vice President Shetima's house in Lagos. And of course, there are two parts to this. Let me discuss this first part, or let me just bring the part B of it so that you have it in your mind, in your conscience. So if you're listening to us, I would like you to know that our President and of course the Executive Council have decided to spend 5 billion naira to renovate, not to build, to renovate the Vice President Shetima's house in Lagos. And of course, as we speak, every single Nigerian, approximately we're 250 million Nigerians, each Nigerian as we speak now owes about 620,000 naira, according to debt per capita, says a report. So when we say each Nigerian is now owing 620,000 naira, means from all the money we borrowed. So if we say the country is in debt and want to split it amongst Nigerians, which means Honorable Olaoye right now, you are owing, you in person, you are owing 620,000 naira. Ofino is owing 620,000 naira. I'm not owing because I'm really.
You are in Niger. You are from Niger. Or Cameroon.
Why are you always angry?
I'm not.
Honorable Olaoye, you always. I don't know why you
explicit.
like to be angry all the time.
Explicit.
Okay, let's go to the first part of it. 5 billion naira to renovate Vice President's lodge in Lagos. Where do you stand?
I am not part of. I'm not part of because the government are going to spend. And when you are talking about renovation, when you are talking about refurbishing anything, it is an English term, and which is applicable to anything we have. And before they can be able to arrive at this, I don't know what about the ministry. And when you made mention of Vice President Shettima, you have to take for Vice President quarters, because Shettima is going to come and go. Even if he's going to spend 16 years, he's going to leave that space, and somebody else is going to come. So I would say for the Vice President quarters of Vice President house, which is going to be for the Nigerians. And
did you say it's going to be for Nigerians?
It's going to be for the Nigerians because they govern over us. I remember when Democrats were telling us at the heel of President Trump when he was there, that if Trump has to move to, if he has to go to where he has his Trump tower, all the entries, even if they are 100, the government, the federal government of the United States are going to pay for them. So everybody has their what they spend. And
so as far as they are concerned, the executive council has not done anything wrong.
Yes, and it's going to be for the Nigerians. I'm talking about Nigeria because they are not going to be able to invest somebody from UK, a contractor from UK, or a contractor from China. Those who are going to handle it are Nigerians, and I think it's going to go back to the system.
So the 5 billion naira spent on renovation is
the opposition supposed to be able to challenge the government, the federal government, so they can do the analysis of how it's going to be spent. Because I know before it can be spent, it's going to be taken to the Senate, and it is better for the opposition in the Senate to be able to tell Nigerians how it was splitted, how they are going to spend on it, so Nigeria can know whether to crucify them or to praise them.
All right, what would you like to say to that, Ofino?
You know why I'm laughing?
Okay.
Political brigandage in power. Both past and present government. Political brigandage. I'm going to explain some things to us so that we can be able to understand. Nigerians have been agitating for reduction in the cost of governance.
That's very true. Do you agree?
But there is one thing.
You agree?
And which the president
do
are doing
you
now.
Agree?
Which the president I agreed. Which the president are doing now.
With 5 billion naira to
There
renovate.
is one thing I'm going to explain here that we must understand. How many federal capital do we have in Nigeria? We have only one, which is in Abuja. But here we are talking about Vice President Lodge in Lagos to be renovated with the sum of 5 billion naira. But I see it as a frivolous spending. There is one thing we must understand in economics. There is what we call expansionary fiscal policy. This is a microeconomic policy aimed to stimulate economic growth and activity, thereby increasing what we call aggregate demand. Sometimes it involves increasing government spending. The other time it involves cutting down taxes. But sometimes when we understand what is actually going on in this country, now the government we want to say they are trying to do what we call contractionary monetary policy to fight against inflation. When you are going by the way of contractionary monetary policy, you are fighting inflation, and the only way to fight this inflation is this: you have to reduce the excess money supply in the economy.
All right.
But now I'm just talking about theory now. But here now, look at what government is doing: increasing public spending for frivolities.
But
that
then
has been that is why IMF is also
Honorable Olaoye
complaining.
is against it. He said it. He said he's not in support of that.
What I'm saying is that it is well good for the opposition to be able to reveal how it's being splitted. How it's being spent.
So
and
you're
again,
saying the decision by Mr. President and Executive Council is not a bad one, but
it's
it is
not a
the
bad one.
opposition
It's not a bad one.
that is to speak their mind.
Yes, exactly. Because when this government or your state came to power, you know how much they spent on a refurbishing of a lands office in Abuja. It was about 2 to 3 billion. That was about 4 years ago. So you see, the government is it is well good for the opposition, and despite that fact, the opposition are not in the house. We don't have much APC in the house. Then it was about 2 or 3 opposition, so they don't have any say. So now we are talking about opposition that are so many in the house that can be able to tell us what they gave to them for approval, because it's going to be approved by the Senate.
All right.
Federal Sovereign.
If you're listening to us, you're listening to Honor 103.5 FM this Wednesday morning. You're listening to the Front Burner. We'd like you to know that you're our third analyst. I've got 2 analysts with me in the studio, but you're the third one. So pick a paper and barrel, just write these numbers down, because you're going to call us and you're going to discuss which or any of these topics we're bringing to the Front Burner this morning. You can call us on 09151 035 That's 09151035555. We'll be opening the phone lines pretty early on the show this morning, so that you'll be able to discuss your own side of it. Just tell us the truth. We've discussed about the IGP concerning the minors, of when he said it's not about the protest, it's a vandalism thing. Now we've discussed about the Vice President Lounge in Lagos, that the federal government has decided to spend 5 billion naira. Now let's discuss something else, and I think this is a good one. But then it depends on you at home, at work, or in your car, and of course to the 2 gentlemen in front of me. Now, the federal government again has honored Abibat Mogaji, which happens to be the late mom to President Bola Tinubu, by naming the ICT block at the Miriam Babangida National Center for Women Development after her, which means they are removing Miriam Babangida's name. Now they are putting in Abibat Mogaji. So that will be Abibat Mogaji Center for Women Development. I don't know, gentlemen, what do you think? Is that a good one? Let me start from Mufino.
I don't think that is the real information.
Okay.
Because I remembered Miriam Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida.
Yes.
She was the first woman that gave the office of the First Lady a glamour.
She did.
Probably because she came from Asaba. But when you are talking about women that are glamorous, they come from that end. Not because I came from Niger Delta. She gave that office a glamour.
Very true.
Women were represented. That was where she agitated for better life for rural women. She started a pet project. So it was during the Buhari's regime. They now felt that the National Women's Center should now be named after Miriam Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida.
I've been to that place.
Yes,
I've been
but
there.
here now, from what I heard or read, if my memory is not failing me, is part of the wing, the ICT wing
of the building. Okay, yes. Thank you. All right, well, you agree with Ofino on that one?
I accepted because Miriam Babangida, it was named after her when Babangida was in power, and we are not going to doubt his flamboyant.
She did well.
Yes, his flamboyant will is emancipation of women to be able to be recognized, well recognized in society, and I've been to that place so many times.
I've been there too.
It's a place I love to be.
It's a beautiful place.
To even to go whenever I want to ease myself to go to do anything, I always go to that place, and
I've been there too.
It's a welcome development.
All right, that's brilliant. Okay, now let's quickly go to something else right now. Let's go to something that interests everyone. Now, Dangote and Ipman has reached an agreement to lift PMS, that's petrol, and of course AGO DPK directly from Dangote. The Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, Ipman, had said yesterday they have actually sealed an agreement with Dangote Refinery to lift products directly from Dangote. Plus, NNPCs themselves said as at yesterday, is the last time and the last day that NNPC would import anything called fuel from outside the country. What does this spell for Nigerians? What would you like to say, Honorable Olaoye?
Yeah, it's a welcome development. I love it.
But why did it take so long?
Yeah, it's going to take so long because it's about power play. And when you are talking about power plays, you are talking about money. Like, I've criticized IPMAN from time because I know they have what it takes. They don't need to have any meeting with Dangote. They have the money. They have been telling Nigerians that they are borrowing from the banks. They can put their resources together and can be able to buy in a very large quantity. I know Dangote, but because they have been crying, and they can be able to meet Dangote. We are going to see what is going to happen. And again, our foreign exchange, the forex is going to have lower burden, because by importing fuel from any other country is going to be take a lot of pressure on our currency. And we expected Nigerian currency to be appreciating more right now. We expected Nigerian currency to be using for a very usable or advisable and even productive purpose, even if they need to import anything from outside the country.
I love that.
And this is a welcome development, and the kind of power play between NNPC and Dangote will have been able to be subsidized.
It took a long time for Mr. President to step in.
He was the one
he should have stepped in from day one.
He doesn't need to step in, because Dangote have taken some petroleum very giant one to court. They are still now in court. You are talking about MRS, you are talking about Rano and others have been taken to court, so they can be able to stop importation of fuel, because this is not a very welcome development.
For years, Nigerians have been importing fuel. Although we take the crude from here, we take it abroad for refining, and then they bring it back to Nigeria, and then
for 28 years.
And then Nigeria has paid a lot of billions of naira on that. Tinubu came in and he decided to do this miracle. What would you like to say to this government?
I have a mixed feeling and a mixed reaction about it. When we are talking about a private refinery,
are you saying the federal government are not
a public refinery?
I love the way you started, Ofino. I love it. Are we saying that our 4 refineries can never work?
They can work, but you can never rule out the finger of conspiracy. It's so pathetic.
It's a shame.
The giant of Africa
that has
its 4 refineries is still being moribund at the present moment. Then we are celebrating a private sector. Let us call a spade.
I agree with you, Ofino.
I always speak truth to power. Do you know that most of these leaders that owns Nigeria today, ruling Nigeria today, they have a stake in Dangote's refinery? Let me tell you what happened. During the days of Buhari, there was a special window, forex window, that was considered to Aliko Dangote. Muhammadu Buhari fixed the exchange rate for 450 naira. I stand to be corrected. But whenever Dangote is going to CBN to get his own forex, they will give it to him at the rate of 200, 250. I stand to be challenged and corrected. That is why some people keep saying that private refinery is being owned by Nigeria, that Dangote is just being used as a proxy. Let us call a spade a spade. Is this how to run a country? Is this how to run a capitalist economy? Running a country at the expense of national interest.
Okay, now, Honorable Olaoye, Mr. Fino, now that NNPC and all marketers have decided to come together to say, okay, fine, we'll be buying from Dangote. Does this mean Nigeria will buy fuel at 600 naira, say in the nearest future? Or at 650?
They made us to realize that it is not possible for us to buy at 600 naira. But let's take it at its be. We expected more refinery to be even established in Nigeria. They are going to construct more. Because
but Fino said, what happened to the 4? What about the 4?
No, the NNPC are going to. The NNPC will now work. I am telling you, they will now work, because before is between people in NNPC are the one that are sabotaging the system. You can see what happened sometimes ago when So I mean, they rest in perfect peace. Some of their staff that are going to inspect have this helicopter crash, and it's for you to know the seriousness. And even Aliko Dangote expected NNPC to even fast track their refinery to be working. So
there can be competition.
Yeah, there can be competition because, mind you, some few countries like Ghana and Angola, or about 3 or 4 countries, have even enter an agreement with Dangote. They
South
are going
Africa
to be
inclusive.
So I would, it's going to be a morale booster for the staff on NNPC, so they can be, even if they are going to be still corrupt the way they are, when they can be able to be exporting fuel to other country, I think they are going to provide that and they are going to fast track.
You want to say
Do you
something?
know why we have problem in this country? That foreign direct investors don't want to have any deal with our government. Don't be surprised that Mr. President, sometimes they used to have a secret deal with these foreign investors.
Wow.
Leveraging on people's income. And I've discovered that white men don't like things like that. That was the problem that happened between the late sage Chief Obafemi Awolowo and this man, Chief Samuel Ladoke Akitola. Leveraging on people's income. Foreign direct investors want to invest in your country, but Mr. President or Mr. Governor want to have a secret deal that for each goods, this might be my own share across generation. It has been a problem.
Okay, all right. Now, let's quickly move to another topic. Remember, you're listening to the Front Burner on Honor 103.5 FM. My name is Lekon Mochebi. I have Honorable Olaoye here. I have Mr. Ofino, and of course, you are the third listener on the show, because you're listening to us at work, at home, in your car, wherever, even on your bike. You have your phone with you listening to the show. We want to say thank you, but then you have the right to be part of any of the topics we have discussed this morning. All you need to do is just pick up your phone now. You can send us a message. You can call us 09151035555. That's 09151035555. Those are numbers to call. And of course, Engineer K is telling me there's an optional line. You can call 091 35001 035. 091 35001 035. You can call us on those numbers as well. And of course, you can send us messages. And okay. And of course, we definitely might not be able to, well, it depends. Let's see. I'm getting a signal because there's a live program that the governor is to be there. There's this live program that we need to catch up with on Honor. Hello, good morning. Yes, good to have you on the show. Just quickly tell us your name and where you're calling from. Oh my goodness, we lost that call. Anyway, Honor FM will be teaming up with a live broadcast pretty soon, and we're getting signals already. But then we can still continue since we're waiting for the governor to arrive the venue anyway. Calls are coming in. Let's quickly pick up this call. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from.
This is Damilari calling from Ibadan.
Damilari, thank you so much. We've discussed a lot. There's still a lot to still be discussed this morning. But then, which one touches you the most so far?
I'm happy to get through to the program this morning. I'm a good listener of your program.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you.
I listen keenly to your program.
Thank you so much, sir. Again, we appreciate you. Thank you.
I'm so much interested to contribute this morning.
Please go ahead. The table is all yours.
First of all, before I go on to say what I have in mind, I really appreciate the courage with which that man, Mr. Ofino, speaks on the program. I can see the zeal in him. He has the zeal in him. This is the kind of people we need to have in our government, who will speak the truth, and not only speaking the truth, but will do what is right to the society and in the society, which will equally help in developing this nation. Because we live the life of lies in this country. Many of our people in government, they are hypocrites. They do what they act what they do not preach. look, for instance, let's take for instance, look at the issue of naming a place after somebody. You name a place after somebody who has contributed immensely to the society, whose contribution in the society cannot be overlooked. You name a place after an icon. What has the woman who was named? Yes. What has she contributed to Nigeria, to Nigeria's development? What has she contributed? It's not a matter of being of criticizing somebody, but we should do the things the right way, the way it ought to be done. Not until when we start doing the things the right way it ought to be done, we will not get anything right in this country. Concerning the issue of refinery, our refineries, the moribund refineries, they keep telling us it has gone moribund, there's nothing they could do, and they keep budgeting money, humongous amount of money for that refinery every year, almost every year. Now, what has that taken us to? They now went ahead with the private-owned refinery. We shouldn't be happy about it. These people, the crop of people we have in leadership in this country, they are not the kind of people that we can have there. We are supposed to have in the hands of affairs there. Anyway, we will continue to talk, because the more we talk, we believe they are listening. And God will change their heart.
Amen. Thank you so much for calling me, Mr. Dari. Thank you. We really do appreciate it.
You're welcome,
Thank
sir.
you. All right.
For the benefit of, I have a contribution about Alhaja Amagaji. Alhaja Amagaji was a woman leader in UPA. That was 1980. They're about 78 or 79. Thereabout. And again, he has emancipated a lot of women to be able to be partaking in politics. Mind you, he was Iyaloja in general throughout Nigeria, and he has done a lot for women cause. So Amagaji, it is not a just cheap person. He has contributed a lot.
Oh, so you're saying it's not because the son is the president?
No. He was one that influenced the president to be a politician. So he has done a lot.
Engineer K, let's go commercial. We'll be back.
On the 103.5 FM.
The essence of interior design will always be about people and how they live. It is about the realities of what makes for an attractive, civilized, and meaningful home environment. This is our foremost concern at Mr. Johnson Furniture and Interior Decoration, and this is why we stay faithful to your own taste, because nothing you really like is ever out of style. Mr. Johnson Furniture and Interior Decoration, we specialize in importing and delivering quality royal beds, sofas, lights, and doors to every home across Nigeria. We are located inside Dogafort Filling Station in Lewura Junction, Akala Express, Ibadan. Call us up on 080-913-35706 or send a WhatsApp message to 090-445-30230. We don't just sell quality products. Our maintenance team is on standby to give free routine maintenance for a whole year after purchase. Mr. Johnson Furniture, our passion is to bring affordable luxury to every home and offices.
ọjọ́ kan òjò ó borí ẹgbàá ọ̀dá àṣálẹ̀ orí ọ̀fẹ́ bí èèyàn bá ti ń forí jágbójájù ti pẹ́ ó ṣeé ṣe kó jẹ́ ojú ọ̀nà lọ́jọ́ kan àṣálẹ̀ orí ọ̀fẹ́ àìrójú àìráyè wàhálà lọ́jọ́ pípẹ́ lè ró wá pẹ́ lálẹ́ ọjọ́ kan àṣálẹ̀ orí ọ̀fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Night of Grace 2024 ni mò ń sọ nípa rẹ̀ eléyìí tí Providence Baptist Church ṣe àgbékalẹ̀ rẹ̀ èyí tó wà ní General Gas Road ìyànà Church Ìbàdàn tí yóò máa wáyé ní ọjọ́ ẹtì Friday November 15 2024 nínú iṣẹ́ òru tí yóò bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní aago 10 àṣálẹ́ 10 p.m. àkókò ìgbédìde ni àkòrí ìpàdé Moments of Lifting níbi tí àwọn ikọ̀ àtìríjú Olódùmarè yóò ti máa pàṣẹ agbára orí ọ̀fẹ́ sínú ayé onípòjìpò èèyàn tó bá wà ńbẹ̀ Reverend Ọláwuyè Reverend Jacob Pastor Akin Ọ̀pátọ́lá Reverend Dr. Philip Oyèwálé olórin ẹ̀mí àṣálẹ́ ọjọ́ náà ni Lady Evangelist Wùnmí Babalọ́lá nígbà tí Reverend and Mrs. John Adika yóò máa jẹ́ olùgbàlejò ìpàdé di ọjọ́ Friday 15th November 2024 at 10 p.m. prompt. It's Moments of Lifting again orí ọ̀fẹ́ yóò sọ̀rọ̀ wá sì rí tiẹ̀ ṣe tó o bá lè wà ńbẹ̀ Jésù ni Olúwa.
ọba ògo ó ní ọlọ́run ìfúnṣẹ́ ìyanu tí ó ti fi hàn.
ó tún ti yàtọ̀ òjò péjọpọ̀ yìí olúwa nínú ẹwà mímọ́ rẹ̀ ọdún kẹrin rèé tá a ti ń ṣe Father's Delicacy Concert pẹ̀lú Bukky Gold and the Golden Voices ọdún ìtumọ̀ lékenkà àkórí rẹ̀ ní abba ó máa wáyé lọ́jọ́ Sunday November 17 ọdún yìí ní the Voice of Yahweh Prophetic Ministry tó wà number 2 Ayétòrò Street Olúṣèyí bus stop off Sango Ẹlẹ́yẹlé road Ẹlẹ́yẹlé Ìbàdàn aago 2 ọ̀sán lè tó máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ àwọn ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run lóko ọ̀tọ̀kùn jàǹkànjàǹkàn ló máa wà ń bẹ̀ tájọ́ máa yin olúwa bẹ́ẹ̀ làwọn olórin ẹ̀mí bíi evangelist Abọ́sẹ̀dé Adéìwà Ṣẹ́gun Adéwọlé Kòkòrò Dábírà Sáàmù Àpàlà Ayọ̀mídé Ògo Àgbáyé evangelist John Falẹ́yẹ àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ aṣíwájú Wálé làwọn bàbá promo lólùgbàlejò Jésù retí rẹ o.
ẹ bá mi dúpẹ́ bá mi gbéga ẹ bá mi gbé Jésù dá alágbára ńlá ó yá.
On the 103.5 FM.
You're listening to the Front Burner on a Wednesday morning. Thank you so much for being part of our live broadcast. And of course, we have just about 11 minutes to 11. Remember, later on this morning, we're only waiting for the arrival of the governor. We don't know when we'll be linking up with the live program. But then you'll be listening to a live broadcast right here on Honor. And you'll get to know everything that's going on later on when we join the live broadcast. But for now, you're listening to the Front Burner. We have two topics we need to talk about. We have a lot, but because of time, we have just about 6 minutes left. Let's quickly go to Edo State, where Mr. Ofino can actually stand on his 2 feet. The Edo governor, Okpablo, nominates Oshiomhele's son as commissioner. But before we go deep into this, let's first say that Senator Monday Okpablo yesterday assumes office as the 6th elected governor of Edo State, and we want to say congratulations from here. Okay, big huge congratulations. A lot of people still have their doubts about the election, but then honestly, he is the governor right now. But just yesterday, he has decided to nominate Oshiomhele, the former governor of Edo State. He has decided to, nominate Oshiomhele's son as a commissioner. Would you say this is right, Mr. Ofino? Wait a minute, your father was governor. Now a new governor is coming in because the role your father played. Now you are nominating. I'm going to nominate you because your father was ex-governor, and then your father really did a lot for me to be governor. What I'm going to say thank you to your father is to make you a commissioner. Is that the thing now, the norm in Nigeria?
There is one thing.
So there's nobody else in Nigeria that can actually be nominated as governor.
There is one thing we must understand in the game of power. In Nigeria today, politics has become a merchandise. That's what we call business dynasty. That's what we call political dynasty. Politics is full of intrigues, gimmicks, permutation, alignment, realignment, and the conspiracy theory. There is one thing we must understand. There is one thing I like about the American election. It's a food for thought for those of us who belong to the class of the masses. The billionaires in America, when Elon Musk motivated all of them, they supported Trump. Trump is a billionaire. In Nigeria today, if the masses can decide to congregate themselves as one, they will form a socialist government in 2027.
But should the governor that just got sworn in yesterday pick the son?
The governor is a capitalist. Agram Oshiomhele is also a capitalist. Dr. Cyril Oshiomhele, the son of a capitalist. I'm talking about the masses. The masses must change their orientation. All the time we keep blaming government for our woes. Let us blame ourselves, the masses. Look at what happened in America. The billionaires congregated. They supported their own. What stopped those of us in Ondo? Ondo election is coming up in Saturday.
We're discussing that next. We're discussing
what
that next.
Stop us? Masses,
okay,
let's
now,
support our own.
Oshiomhele's son has been nominated as a commissioner by Pablo, which is the new governor for Edo. Is that a right thing to do? Yeah. Is he not supposed to go straight into the state and look for people that square pegs in the square hole?
I think there is no special square peg in the square hole. We are all human beings. and we do things not just because we want to do it, but because we want to benefit.
Does Oshiomhole merit this
when
position?
You are talking about
does he merit it?
He is qualified.
I know.
He is qualified.
We don't know where he's going to go
and he
yet.
can be able to make an impact. You can't make an impact until you are given the platform.
So you are supporting Ofino on this one?
What I am no. What
yes, you are supporting it.
What Ofino has
you
said
cannot
about
change
the
your mouth.
What,
don't change your
what
mouth.
What Ofino have said about the masses? He has read Animal Farm. There is no special thing in human being. The people you expected that are suffer most can be able to be the worst enemy of the people when they go to power. We have seen it when they are doing AD. When some people don't even have money to eat. When they get to the throne of power, they become an hyena. Okay. We can't just expect a miracle from some people who has not been tested before. Well, so I don't see big day. He's deserving.
We have just about 2-3 minutes left. Okay, wait a minute. Let's go to Ondo. Let's go to Ondo. Wait a minute. APC is talking tough in Ondo. Now PDP is saying, and I love what PDP is saying, you have done this in too many states. The last time you did this in Edo, you guys know how to make sure that you align yourselves to make sure that you win every state election. But we PDP in Ondo will not allow you, and we have made INEC know that this thing you did in Edo will not happen in Ondo, and APC is talking tough.
Do you know why I'm
laughing? Look, we are still gonna be where we are. We're not leaving this seat for anyone. Now, Engineer K will not let me rest. He's just looking at me like, big A, what's going on here? Okay, let me quickly allow you guys to talk 30 seconds each.
Do you know why I'm laughing? The politicians, they are just a microcosm of the larger society. It is the people of Ondo that will decide.
Thank you.
Let them come out en masse. If they come out en masse, it will be difficult for PDP to rig. It will be difficult for APC to rig. It will be difficult for any party to rig. But the problem has been, we have a lot of voters who will not come out on that day. It has been a problem.
A lot of people said the reason why Donald Trump won was because our INEC chairman was not the one in charge of that election.
You see, I don't believe that. Trump won on the basis of racism, and he has won. There's nothing we can do. He has won the spot. And again, when you are talking about,
with the INEC chairman involved in Ondo, wait a minute, the INEC chairman is involved. The APC is the sitting party.
By PDP and APC is a way of influencing the election, whether you like it or not. Is a way of inspiring the people to come and vote. Is a way of giving them hope that their vote counted. So people, they must come out. PDP can talk stuff. All of them can. By Sunday or Monday, we will know who won the election.
All right, we'll definitely have to find out. Remember, the election is coming up on Saturday. We'll be here seated, and of course, we'll be monitoring the elections as well while we have this show on Saturday. I want to say very big thanks to you, Honorable Olaoye, for being here all the time. I really love you, and you know that. Thank you so much for coming. Mr. Ofino, you are my guy. You know that. Thank you again for coming. And, of course, you have a new governor in your state now, and I'm sure somehow you'll link up with him.
He has to go back home. I'll be a commissioner.
Engineer K, thank you so much for doing a great job on the show. I know you'll still be monitoring on our live program that we need to connect with later on this morning. Stick with Honor 103.5 FM. My name is Lekon Omoshebi. That's the program, the front burner for this morning. We'll have a fresh edition on Saturday at exactly 9 o'clock. Enjoy the rest of your day.